I'm John Panker, TechTarget's Managing Director for Asia Pacific.
And I'm Tom Walker, TechTarget's Sales Consultant, and we're here today to share with you highlights from our annual media consumption report, a look at how IT buyers go about collecting information to support their purchases.
Now, this is a global study, but for today's video, we're going to focus in on the 400 plus respondents who are IT buyers and are located here in APAC. First, the importance of Google in connecting your prospects with good content to power their research. Nearly all buyers use Google during the research process, 2/3 telling us they go to Google 5 or more times. As a result, the publisher that has the greatest traction with Google organic search is going to attract your prospects early and often during the buy cycle. In fact, we're happy to help you leverage our leading content footprint in the B2B tech space with nearly 1 million search terms organically placed on page 1 of Google. Working together, we can ensure you're the first brand to greet buyers who are searching for good content in your solution area. Next, it's clear that online platforms are being leveraged to guide purchases. Our findings echoing reports that you hear from other industry players like SiriusDecisions and Forrester. Now, they often speak about the volume of independent research being done online before buyers actually talk to vendors. In the last year, 2/3 have visited a tech vendor website or an independent publisher site like the ones in the TechTarget network to inform their purchases. About half saying that they relied on face-to-face events to help with decision making. Now, less commonly used to support these pre-purchase research decisions are social channels. While collecting information to power a purchase, just 22% used LinkedIn, 10% Facebook, and 6% Twitter. A final thought on buyer behavior from a content perspective. White papers and case studies, those PDF assets that we've had in our content portfolio for years now. Well, they remain the most widely used even among younger members of the buying team. But as you look at asset usage by demographic, you'll notice a wide range of assets are consumed with only slight difference by age group. Millennials may leverage social posts a bit more than those folks in other demographics, but even for millennials, the most widely used assets are case studies, white papers, and trial software downloads, the same as boomers and Gen Xers are turning to.
Now let me talk to you about part 2 of the research, best practices for your inside sales reps. It's an uphill battle to get prospects to share their project plans with you. Nearly 90% of IT buyers may be unwilling to share their purchase intentions and qualifying information with a vendor they don't currently work with. But you can get a lot more value from a cold call if your offer matches their intended purchase and if you use the right kind of approach. 35% say they'll be more candid if the salesperson hits them up with a relevant offer. To underscore that point further, the best reps share, compare, and consult. There are, however, specific elements of a consultative approach that will get a favorable response. Offering materials that can help them with their research process is highly valued, as is vendor comparison information, relevant vertical customer references, and showing an understanding of the prospect's IT infrastructure. One more point here. Make sure you have an understanding of the business that you're calling, the vertical they operate in, and the individual contact's job function. And be aware that across APAC as a whole, you stand to lose 1/3 of your leads if you tell them you know their online research activity. And in ANZ specifically, nearly 60% of people will end a call if you use this kind of approach. Nobody likes to feel they're being spied on. In the age of intent, pre-purchase data, like the insights in our Priority Engine portal, can easily be tapped before picking up the phone to warm that cold call. I've seen clients triple their booked meeting rate simply by personalizing calls with Priority Engine.
Okay, a few final comments now on the third section of our report called insights into IT purchases. Now, often we want to approach prospects who have confirmed their purchasing plans, but doing so may mean we don't have a chance to help influence the shape and the scope of the project. Most organizations tell us they research well in advance of creating shortlists. Now, that's a golden opportunity for vendors like you to influence RFPs and planned approaches so that these projects play directly into your strengths. About 91% say they've done significant research before setting a budget. 2/3 say a vendor salesperson has convinced them to spend more than they had initially budgeted, or to get an unplanned project approved because they were able to demonstrate real business value.
Those are just the highlights. There are lots of additional insights we can share with you and your teams, including more detail on the buying behaviors of millennials, Gen Xers, and baby boomers.
You know, Tom, this research oftentimes makes for very lively discussions among internal meetings with marketing and sales present. If you'd like us to come in and share more of the findings with your team, just reach out to your TechTarget account manager. For Tom Walker, I'm John Panker. Thanks so much for your time and have a good day.